reporting live from eDogs World. And I'm about to take a little quick nap. But I just wanted to share just a couple things that are on my mind. And of course, a timestamp as usual. In a very vibratic, frequency infested, conscious creative, just volcano explosion happening over here in my little whimsical world. And it's just, like I said, full of gratitude. And the things that I really decide and make sure that I make it a decision are really coming to pass, And I just got to be careful, because when this happens and things are just happening in such amazing ways, when I had just made a timestamp about it, or I had just had a desire and prayed about it, or conscious created it, which is the same thing, I kind of want to take certain people, places, and things with me, or I realize that I have to, start to either wean off or realize that pretty soon this isn't going to be here much longer. And in some areas, I feel like that's happening. It actually happened this week where, just still checking in and knowing that that there's nothing that's going to happen from this situation. But because the very short-lived time that it was a part of my life, I really did enjoy it. So I always find myself still instead of just letting the last 25% dissipate and, understanding that this is what it is, it doesn't do any justice or any good for me, or, in this case for the other person to have to deal with that. But anyways, that's one thing. And also, just especially with my wealth and my work life, and how just my little mantra and affirmation of working less, playing more, and making more has really been pivotal. Because just even taking that time, I can see my son really appreciates it. With me working less, playing more, and making more, I make more. I have very amazing, consistent clients that have been reaching out to me and rebooking with me. And let me tell you, that whole interview with that company stationed in Atlanta, coming soon, deriving from LA, so it has a really LA inspired just feng shui to it, which is a little different. That interview, even though it didn't go through because my schedule just isn't going to be compatible with it, I learned so much about myself through that interview. And it kind of paved the way. It was almost what my future is going to be like, just not with that company. Does that make sense? But just a little background, that company was going to give me amazing benefits, but it was actually going to take away and I remember when I brought it up to the attention of my son, hey, look, I'm applying for this new place. And one of my biggest things, since he was a baby and started going to school, my number one rule was I have to work around him or close to him. I don't like working far, going far distances while he's at school. I like to just be close, no more than 15, 20 minutes is really pushing it for me. But 15, right now it's 12 minutes away. But this has been since he's little. No matter what job I have, I always like to stay in the radius of him. And this would have been all the way on the other side of town. And I could see his little face being but that means you're not going to be able to pick me up from school and drop me off to school. And I only have one kid, and I got to make the most of this experience. And they were right. My schedule is just not going to be compatible, but moving forward, all the things that they were stating in that, and my responses and the questions they were asking me was really oh my gosh, this is about to be your life with your personal company that you've been growing since 2013. It's just been amazing. And another thing, before 12 midnight tonight, I will be investing in a course finally, that I've been wanting to sign up for, but just never, like, it was just wasn't my time. But now is my time where I'm just actually going to step out in faith and like sign up for this course that I really need to just help catapult me and teach me the things that I need to learn, like moving forward, like in this next phase of my business and life, and how to hold um the space and the container and the what's about to come in, um it's so important because I've noticed, like, just even through my books, like, you're bringing it in, you're calling it in, but as it's coming in, it's coming right out. I'm not able to grow it, hold it, and grow it. Like, I have enough to like pay for the things that I need and maintain my lifestyle, and then my mind automatically goes to like, oh, the difference. I guess you just got this much to spend on whatever you want. Like, I'm not saving, I'm not looking towards the future, and being having my own business and being self-employed and self-contract. I'm in my last two contracts before I officially go solo. Um, you know, puts me in a space where I need to know what my future is looking like. And I'm making way too much for me to not have more of a, cushion per se, or treasure chest. So I feel like through this investment that I'm about to make, and it's a large investment, but I know I'm gonna get back like so much more from it. Like, I'm literally investing in myself through this. So I'm really excited for that. It's just narrowing down which one I'm gonna get. But I'm just had to make this timestamp because I know it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. So yeah, just staying in the frequency of gratitude, making sure I drink a lot of water so that way this energy and this vibration has a place to, bubble up and do its thing and emit and continue to emit. And just that ring of energy just around me is just so strong and durable. It's like you can see, you can see that, I guess, like that fog or that steam around me of just like, as soon as you swift your hand through it, it just comes right back. Like, it's real good and nourished right now. And staying plugged into God and keeping that at the forefront, because the second I unplug because I want to do things my own way, or I feel like even an inch of me feels like God can't do this for me, I need to go here to look for it. I just need to do it for myself because it's not happening fast enough and blah, blah, blah. It's the second everything just comes crashing and tumbling down like a tower of Legos. Okay. So it's like, no, 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 no. Staying plugged in and making sure, like, in just staying in prayer, like, if it, I only want what's in your will for me, God. And yeah, I may mess up a little bit and here and there and take a couple steps backwards, but it's happening less and more spread out. So I'm going to share all this to say to you today, whoever it is that needs to hear this, now is the time to get up and do whatever it is that your mind, that little Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder, your intuition, God has been telling you, even if it's through your parents or through your child or through your, feelings, like when you wake up in the morning and you're just, no, like, this is not it. Like, listen to all those nuances. Listen to all those nudges and act. If there's something you want to invest in, you need that help, don't be afraid to ask for it. You're afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go for it. You can do a little checklist of like, is it hurting anybody? Is it hurting you? And if it's hurting somebody, and is it hurting anyone in the sense of like bloodshed, or just because, that's just not what they want? It's about you, okay? And what's best for you, and everyone else is going to follow suit once they see it works. Once they see that you're happy, or once they see that it actually is lucrative, or whatever it could be. I just pulled out a bunch of different angles, of different things. I don't know what your situation is. I'm just speaking right now, but especially health wise, like, do what you got to do, you know? Do what you got to do. Stop smoking them cigarettes. If you need it, if it's being available to you, certain procedures that you need to just enhance your lifestyle, but you're afraid, go ahead and do it. And if there's precautions you need to take, and pre-surge that you got to do, like, don't be foolish during this time is what I'm saying. Like, everything we're praying for is coming, but sometimes in the form that it comes in, we're like, nope, I don't want it like that. Or no, that's too hard. Or there's no way I can just stop doing this. Or if that's what it's going to take, then it's going to take time. Like, no, this is the answer to the things that you were praying about. This is the download. Remember, we're not worried about the how. We're just worried about what we want. The how is going to come. And sometimes it comes in the form of sheer and utter discipline. Okay? And that's why, talking about it and talking to yourself. Like, again, when I make these vlogs, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm talking to myself. And I really encourage you, like, journal these things. If you don't like writing, record yourself, because all this makes sense once it starts to roll, Sometimes the idea is just so compacted and it's so amazing and big that it's scary. You just end up not doing any of it at all. Or the opportunity is there, but fear takes over. Whatever the case may be, start off with gratitude. Start off with the desire, putting it out there. And when you get the resolution or the way on how this is going to take place and how you're going to get it, jump on it. Do it. Make sure your field of energy is clear. Make sure you're not doing anything sideways. Stop doing certain things. Start doing certain things. Be nice. Be kind. But also don't be a people pleaser. Just, hurting yourself on the expense of others. Doing things that spiritually is not okay for your spirit. Your spirit's going to nudge you. Your spirit can get sick, and you can feel it when your spirit is sick. Like, there's just so much. Like, I know I'm saying a lot right now, but I know it's hitting somebody, and it's hitting another person, and it's hitting another person as I say it. Like, if the shoe fits, it's like, if you need a design, this is it. There's a rhythm happening right now, and it's amazing. So stay tuned for that, and let me know about your journey and what you got going on. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one.